Welcome to A Taste of Mercy. Today we have a special guest, Julie Johnston, president of the Foundation of Mercy, and we are going to do a pork orange stir fry.
Sounds good.
There's a lot of talk to it, but it's quick to put together. So let's get started.
All right.
And welcome to A Taste of Mercy. Welcome to the program today. Today I have a special guest, Julie Johnston, who is the president of the foundation here at Mercy, is going to help me out. And Julie, what is the president of the foundation? What do they do?
Well, today, Chef Ron, my goal is to not hurt you or not hurt me, not send us to the emergency room at Mercy. I know they take good care of us, but we're going to try to keep it here since I know we're going to be working with knives.
Thank you. And as president of the foundation, what is your role there?
We generate private support for Mercy Services and Mercy Hospital facilities, capital equipment, scholarships, art, patient support items. We do a wide variety of things. And this past year was our 40th anniversary, and we celebrated it with $1 million gift to Mercy. Actually, $1,094,000 gift to Mercy. And our latest project has been the wonderful hospice unit. And if anyone hasn't seen it, I'd love to show it to you. It's a very special place.
Excellent. All right, well, today we're going to cook.
Okay.
So today we're going to do two pan-fried or two saute type dishes.
Okay.
And the first one is going to be a stir fry. It's going to be a pork and orange stir fry.
All right.
So I think at first we need to get the rice started for the pork, and I'll turn that up here. So I have 2/3 cup of rice. And we're going to add that to the boiling water. Stir that up a little bit. And this needs to cook for about 20 minutes. When you're doing the rice, be sure you have a large enough pan because the rice expands by about 3 times its size. So it's easier to do the veggies and all the prep beforehand, and then we'll go and put it all together because it's very quick after we get it started.
All right.
And one of the first things we need is pork for the stir fry.
All right.
I'm going to let you do this.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, I'm just going to show you here. You're going to want to cut it into thin pieces.
All right.
And then just strips.
All right.
Okay?
All right. Can I do it my way? All right. You're going to watch me, are you?
You're doing great.
You're going to make me nervous if you do that. I don't quite have your skill here.
So, yeah, sometimes it's a little easier to cut the pork or whatever meat you're doing if it's a little frosty yet. It keeps a shape. It doesn't wiggle around on you.
How's that?
That's fine.
Can I cut that
And this
off?
is another reason why we prep ahead of time so that when you're ready to put it all together, you're not waiting on any one part of it.
All right.
This is a quick dish to put together if you have it lined up in advance. So maybe you come home at night and all the ingredients are ready, and you can do this in just a matter of 15 minutes.
Oh, Chef Ron, do you want it to eliminate any part of the beef? Like there's some gristle here. Do I want to cut that off?
Yeah, if you have any multiple piece, go ahead and just chop that out of there.
That's a habit. We have to think about our cardiovascular health there.
We're doing heart healthy here. We want to be lean. I'm going to add this to the bowl here, and we're going to toss that with a little flour and saute that off. It'll be one of the first things we do when we go to the stove.
Am I sawing away on this
You're
too
fine.
much? Okay.
Then what they will do once we get done here is we will clean the cutting board and the knife, because the rest of this cutting we're going to do, we don't want to use that knife and that board to cut the raw vegetables.
Right.
That cross-contamination.
There we go.
All right, so just Put that in there, and I think we'll take the flour and coat this while we've
All right.
got our hands
Messy.
messy, right?
Right.
And we just want a light coating on there to help brown that up a little bit when we pan fry it.
Perfect.
Julie, next thing we're gonna do is start cutting the vegetables up.
All right.
We're gonna want an onion,
All right.
and I'll take the ends off of this. And we need this onion cut into just kind of a rough chop.
Okay.
Now, wait a minute. Let me do it my way. There's no right or wrong way.
Okay.
There's just my way.
All
Okay.
right.
And if I'm cutting this, I'm cutting down like this,
Okay.
and then. That's, I think it's just a little bit more stable than this cross like
Then the side.
It's just
That's a good idea.
Personal preference. Yeah.
I hate to think of all the time that I have wasted trying to cut up onion. All right. I'm going to try not to cry. See the difference between the professional and the amateur? Here we go.
So if it gets to be too much to handle, you can take and break it into pieces and do it that way also.
Like that? Is that
That's fine.
rough enough?
That is fine.
All right.
And we'll just take and want to put the onion right on here.
Do we want that little part on there? Oh, that's a little heavy there. All right. Hey, this is a little bit better on the mascara too.
Next is the ginger.
Okay.
I'm just going to break a piece of this off.
All right.
You want to peel it first. There's a lot of different ways you can peel it.
Okay.
One way is to just drag a knife across there.
Oh, that
Okay.
smells so good.
And another way to do this is even a back of a spoon would work.
Okay. All right.
Just whatever's handy, or a measuring spoon would work.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a great smell to it.
Does.
And we're going to want about a tablespoon. We don't need a whole lot.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go ahead and chop this up.
Okay.
It's a generous tablespoon.
Okay. Oh, it smells good. How long do you keep ginger around?
You can tell if it's getting too old, it's going to start to shrivel up.
Okay.
It's going to get a little soft, and it'll actually get moldy on it. But
Okay.
it will hold in a cool place for quite a while.
Okay.
Orange zest, and this is just, you could take and use a zester. You could use a grater.
Okay.
For this, I just need about a tablespoon. I'm just going to take and you can actually use a peeler also.
Okay.
I'm just going to take a little of the outer skin on there. The idea is just not to get too much of that white
Okay.
part there, which is a little bit more bitter.
Yeah.
You just want that citrus flavor.
Okay. And that's about how much?
What are we after? We're after 2 teaspoons, which is
Okay.
could be pretty close.
Do you use those ancillary tools, or do you pretty much do everything with a knife?
Majority of it I do with a knife. I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah. And you don't have to clean up all that jazz afterwards.
You can buy a lot of specialty tools, but
So get all those little bits out of it. Yum.
okay.
Okay.
And now we're going to brown out the pork.
All right.
And we'll take that out of the pan. We'll warm up the pan a little bit again.
Okay.
Add these.
Okay.
Soften these up a little bit. And then we're going to go, we'll be adding celery to it after that.
All right.
And I'll let you cut this as well, but I need about 1.5 cups.
Okay.
We're going to say roughly
Can
about
I
that.
do it at an angle, or how do you
can-
want it?
Yeah, here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
You want to cut it at an angle.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Now the reason you're doing that is you're exposing more
Oh, yeah.
of the celery as opposed to just a
Of Cool.
a straight cut.
All right.
Okay. And you can get it thin. And you want to expose as much as possible so that when you pan fry it, it's quick. It's not
right.
something that takes a long time to do. Another way to do it besides an angle and give that Asian look to it there is to go like this.
That's the way I do it.
Yeah, see?
I can do it that way?
You can do it either way. Yeah, that's fine. So we're just wanting about 1.5 cups of that.
All right. And what about these deals? Do you quit when you get to there?
No,
They're okay?
Their taste just the same. So.
All right. Can I use a littler knife? Do I have to use this big knife?
There's a little knife. Now this is something, the knives, it's what you're comfortable with.
Yeah?
I personally, I think most people use a smaller knife than what they
Need for the job?
need for the job, or they'll use a smaller cutting board than
Yeah.
they need for the job. And if you're doing it at home, that's not so much of an issue. But if you're doing it commercially, if you're cutting 1.5 cups of celery and I need to cut 3 gallons of celery, it's a big difference in how we handle the knife and the size board you have and the size knife you have.
All right. Sorry, I'm so pokey.
Yeah.
All right.
Remember, no blood, so just take your time.
Yeah, that was the overarching goal, to keep it here. No emergency room. I always grab a smaller knife. You're right. And these cutting boards, like, where can the average person get a cutting board like this? This is a serious cutting board.
Yeah, these are pretty thick. I buy them
Yeah.
commercially, but I'm not sure what the thickest is you can buy in the stores. You may have to order one to get it, that thick.
You want this part too,
Yeah,
Chevron?
that's fine.
All right. Well, not this guy. He's a
No.
little dried up.
All right, so I think we're close to that 1.5 cups.
Okay.
Next is carrots.
All right.
All right, so on the carrots, I think the recipe that we have, it refers to shredded carrots.
Okay.
But again, it's just one of those things.
Okay.
I don't want to mess around with the shredder.
Yep.
And make the recipe your own. So we're just doing the same thing. We're just going
Cool.
just some thin slice.
All right.
2 things on here if you're handling a knife. One is the carrot will roll on
Yeah.
you. If you have a little bit bigger carrot, it's fine. Split it and you got a flat base so it stays
Okay.
more stable. Okay.
Okay.
When you're cutting them thin, you want to sure you got a good grip on the
Yep.
carrot. Fingers tucked under.
Okay.
Everybody does this. Okay.
All right.
And that's how they cut their fingers. So tucked under. My knife touches the knuckles. It's a guide. Okay. So that knife raises up just as high as that carrot, and you can go real fast.
You can go real fast.
Right to the end. Okay.
You can go real fast.
So why don't you
Want
try
me to try?
one?
Okay. Okay, tuck my knuckles under. Oh, come on. Showing off. Quit showing off, Chef Ron. Wait a minute, I'm doing it the wrong way. I'm going the
don't-
wrong way.
Don't be in a hurry. Okay.
Not a raise. Now, wait a minute. Do you leave you're chopping straight up and down, aren't you? You're not leaving the tip down. You're doing, oh, this is pitiful. Urgh. I have not got the rhythm. I'm giving up on the carrot.
Well, see, you're a whole lot better when it comes to raising funds for the hospital.
That I could do. That I could do. Because you are making all of our donor dinners and all of our special things.
Red pepper is next.
All right.
And by the way, all these vegetables have been washed in advance. Okay,
Oh,
pre-washed.
that's good to
so-
know now that
so
I popped one in the
yeah,
app.
yeah. Okay, now Julie, these are supposed to be cut in strip, but again, the recipe,
Okay.
strips, cube, however you want to do it.
Okay,
Just-
all right.
But if I'm cutting a pepper, this waxy part, it's unless you have a good sharp knife, which we
Yeah,
do, but this knife will sometimes slide off. I usually turn upside down.
Oh.
And you'll notice that I'm doing the same. I'm tucking my fingers underneath, so they're not in my way.
I had a little trouble with that tucking business. Oh, Chef Ron, you know when you did the deal where you kept the tip down and you went like this? You do that when you're doing something really fine?
This is when you...
Because that's like really a serious chopping.
You're chopping, you know.
Okay.
I mean, if I were to chop this up, then I would do that. Okay?
Oh, okay, I
If
get it.
I would
Step
chop
2.
a parsley or something.
All right,
Okay.
That's step 2.
So
Okay.
we're needing a full pepper here.
Cool. Now tell the truth. You ever nick that knuckle just a little bit every once in a while?
You know, when I first learned the technique
Yeah.
many years ago.
Yeah?
Yeah. And, you know,
Then I don't feel so bad.
I would cut myself, but it would be just I would shave the finger. But that's when I was 16.
You got a good callus going there now?
I was 16 at the time. Okay. All
That
right.
smells good too.
Now we have pretty much everything cut that we need. The
All
only thing
right.
we don't have is a little green onion. Okay.
All right.
And that's going to go in at the very end. But we want about a fourth of a cup.
Okay.
Got some great colors going here. There's a lot of nice, colorful looking veggies.
Pretty.
Okay. Now we're ready to start the skillets at the stove. Okay.
In our lean pork is iron, and iron is a nutrient that is very difficult for the body to absorb. The advantage this recipe has is the meat factor. Meat being the additional enhancement along with vitamin C content from our vegetables really increases the availability of the iron. So it should almost triple the absorption of iron.
All right, Julie, I'm going to turn the stove on here and
Okay.
heat the skillet up. Some vegetable oil, a couple teaspoons. We're using a non-stick skillet.
About 350? 350 degrees?
Temperature-wise,
Yeah.
you just want a kind of a medium-high
Okay.
on your burner there.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're going to let that heat for a moment, then add the pork. And you'll be able to get a little sizzle there off of that when we're ready to go.
All right. So you don't want to throw it in there and just
You're
let
not
the
going to be
pan
able to
heat
brown
up
it as
under-
much if you don't have it hot
Oh.
enough. You're going to lose that extra browning that you're after.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it's going to be the same with the vegetables. If you put them in a too cold a temperature, then you're steaming them. You're not
Oh, okay.
stir frying them. Okay.
I didn't know that.
That's when you'll get them. They'll water out on you. You know.
All right.
Just you start to hear that little bit of sizzle now.
I get it.
And then we're going to get that flour going to give us a little thickening as we go
Okay.
later on too
All right.
in the recipe. Spread this out a little bit. This take about 3-4 minutes, not that long.
All right.
You see it's starting to brown already?
What I tend to do is throw the meat in the pan, then turn the pan on and let it heat up. What I should do is let it heat up, then put it in for a briefer period of time.
Right, you get that brownness, but you also get that flavor from that as well.
That's really good to know.
It's the same
yeah.
principle if you're roasting a vegetable. If you have a real high heat, that you caramelize those vegetables.
All right. That is the mistake I've been making. Okay, good.
Now, Julie, I think we're nice and brown now. I'm going to go ahead and
looks
take
great.
this off. And
Looks beautiful.
And the other thing is you don't have a lot of moisture in the bottom of the saute skillet there.
Well, I'll be changing my ways now.
All right,
Okay?
back on, and we're going to do the vegetables. I'm going to put a little foil on top of the pork.
Okay.
Keep it warm.
Okay.
And we're going to turn that back up.
No more oil? You don't need to
No
add
more
oil?
oil. We're using the veggies, and now we're going to be getting some of the liquid out of the vegetables
Okay.
as well.
All right.
You get that ginger and that
Orange zest.
carrots in there. And a little slivered garlic here.
All right.
And the next thing we're going to be adding, after we heat this up a little bit, is some chicken broth.
Okay.
We're going to make a sauce out of that.
Okay. Pull back on the celery.
I'm just going to wait a minute on that, and then we'll add that in.
Okay.
Many nutrition guidelines tell us to eat at least 3 servings of vegetables and fruit a day. This recipe features three of those ingredients right there, and with those bright, intense colors will really make this an attractive meal.
We're putting in a little red pepper flakes, about a half a teaspoon there.
Okay.
That's going to give it a little zip to it.
Chef Ron, when do you measure anymore? What things do you feel like you need to still measure? Otherwise, it's just a guess is good enough.
Well, you know, I think for most things that I do, I'm fairly close on, you know, over the years, you know, a little bit in the hand is a teaspoon or tablespoon. And it's a visual, you know. And I see even on this, we're getting a little bit of brownness in the onions there, which look at that heat, and we're getting a little caramelization on the carrots.
All right.
Now we're going to go ahead and add the chicken broth.
Okay. So let it caramelize a little bit, then put in the broth. Once you
Right.
put in the broth, it won't caramelize as much?
Not so much, no. Now
Okay.
we're going to soften the vegetables up and
Okay.
we're getting a little salt, about 1/4 of a teaspoon there.
Okay.
And you know, that's to taste. You could do it without the salt if you want
All
to
right.
keep that salt count down.
Okay.
After this heats up a little bit, I have a mixture of some cornstarch and some water, and that's going to add it to give it a little thickness to it.
Thicken it up.
Yeah.
How much chicken broth?
That was, I think, about 2/3 cup.
Okay.
And that's just a canned chicken broth, unless you have some. You know, if you can find the low sodium chicken broth, that would be the better
Okay.
way to go. And that's readily available in the stores.
All right.
I want to add these red peppers in here so that they get a chance to soften a little bit. Get some nice colors there.
That's beautiful.
Let's add back in the pork.
So you could do this in a wok too if you had a wok. couldn't
Yeah,
you?
good.
Who's got a plate? I'm ready. Yum. Is this your own recipe?
No.
No?
We're pulling a lot of recipes offline now. Just going through them, and many of them have the nutritional information on them.
All broken down.
Yeah, so
That's
it,
good.
has that thinking for you done. Now I have a little cornstarch and water mixed together. When you add your water to your cornstarch, you use cold water, not the hot.
Okay.
And be sure that it's mixed up real well before you
All right.
stir it in. And you're going to get that instant thickening once it's hot enough. But you need to be hot enough or it's not going to thicken up.
All right. I'm noticing you're using that plastic spatula. Do you
Well,
like to use that on non-stick surfaces?
See, this is a commercial one that we use, and they're
Yeah.
heat treated.
Okay.
So it's not like one you might have at home.
Okay.
It's just
So that is something you
it's
need to be
designed for
careful.
this purpose. Yeah.
And if you didn't have that,
So if you didn't have that, then you're going to have the
Wooden spoon or-
the plastic, the Teflon, that kind of
Okay.
thing. Okay.
All right.
So we got a non-stick surface. We don't want to be using
Okay.
a metal spoon on it.
all right.
See, it's starting to thicken up. Get a little.
Yeah.
It's not have a lot of sauce. It just has that body. Okay.
Okay. You already threw the garlic in there?
It's in there. It's all in there, and we're ready to go. I think we're done. Okay.
Okay.
You don't want to take and overdo this, and
All right.
and get your vegetables soft and mushy.
Okay.
You want a little bit of crunch to it.
All right.
Shut it off. Our rice is just fine.
All
And
right.
we'll go ahead and see what it looks like on a plate. All right.
Is the green onion going to be a garnish?
Hey, good job. we'll put that in now, but we'll probably garnish it with some of the other.
Okay. Oh, that
Yeah.
really looks pretty.
It makes the other colors kind of pop out.
Oh,
there,
it
huh?
does. That is beautiful.
All right. All right, Julie.
All right.
So the rice in the middle.
Okay. Yum.
A couple onions on there, and how's that look?
Looks good
Hard,
enough-
healthy.
looks good enough to eat.
Yeah.
Good. The official name is?
It's an orange pork stir fry, Julie, and
And you could be creative and substitute a little of this and a little of that, and
you could use chicken, you could use water chestnuts, you could use whatever vegetables you
water.
like. If you
That'd
don't
be
want,
good.
if you don't want the red peppers in there, you can
little bok
slip
choy or
else
something
in there.
like
Sure,
that.
Sure.
Great.
But just use essentially the same, same method, and make sure it's all nice and lean.
It's beautiful and it smells incredible, which you can't see, but other people can't pick up, but it smells wonderful. I'm trying not to dive into it.
All right.